Oh, by the way, I read a statement of the detained senator. May tanong kayo doon? May nabasa ako. Ano sabi niya?
I hope to spend my Christmas with my grandchildren.
Sabi niya, she hopes this will be the last time she will spend Christmas in jail. Yun yung sinasabi niya.
That's for the court to decide, not for us. No, I was referring to the reaction of my statement. Said, De Lima said, presidential spokesperson so-and-so failed to understand the significance of a rider in the spending law that would deny entry. Panelo, according to her, was sorely mistaken to believe that Philippine officials could seek reconsideration on the travel ban. In the first place, we are not asking for a reconsideration. My statement is very clear. We cannot intrude into the process of a sovereign state in the same way that they cannot intrude into ours. What I was saying is that examining the provision of that law, it says that it's the U.S. State Secretary who will determine whether or not a particular official of this government has something to do with the wrongful detention of Ms. De Lima. And the basis should be credible information. Now, I happened to have a talk, not really a talk. We were seated with each other, with the ambassador of the U.S. And I don't know if I'm at liberty to tell what he made an off-remark statement. And he said, I read your statement. It's a very good statement. I agree with it. It's Congress that passed that law. So in other words, it's the executive department that will enforce that particular law. And that law precisely gives the discretion to the U.S. State Secretary. That is why I said in my statement that we hope that the Secretary of U.S. State Secretary would give an informed and educated judgment on particular banning of certain people. Because, as we have already explained, it's not a wrongful detention. Like me, for instance, what in heaven's name can I be part of the detention of this woman? I am not even part of the prosecution.
You failed to advise them.
Oh, failed to advise. Advise what? That's for the Secretary of Justice, not from this office.
Joseph.
Did the ambassador tell you not to worry about it?
He didn't say not to worry about it. He said he agrees with my statement, and he said that's Congress.
Can you still go to the U.S., he said?
If I want to go, if there's any event that I need to go, let us see.
Pero no
But
assurance.
I'm not worried about that.
So meaning, sir, if it is the executive department's prerogative, may chance na hindi siya implement?
May kulatilya nga dun eh. Kailangan based on credible information.
Okay.
Julie.
Sir, follow-up. This budget law by the U.S. was passed, pero may standing invitation pa rin si U.S. President Donald Trump for
Exactly.
President
Oh,
Duterte to
yun
visit
lang.
the
Oh,
U.S. So what will happen?
That is a contradiction. There is a standing invitation. Kung totoo yun, di sana. Hindi na.
What do you think will happen, sir?
What do you, the standing invitation stands.
So is si President Duterte, kung sakaling
Ay,
accept man
Presidente,
yung...
pero di ba, sabi ni Presidente, ayaw ko naman talaga pumunta na in the first place.
He's not worried about it.
Ay, kung ayaw na nga pumunta, how can he be worried?
Thank you, Julie. MPC. Follow up, Tina.
Sir, pa-clarify. Ay, sir, hindi kasi ako lawyer. Sir, sabi ni Senator De Lima, both the U.S. Congress and the U.S. President have already determined the fact of my persecution and that this that this determination is already part of the federal law of the US.
Correct.
As such, can she use this?
Correct, but as I said, there is a kulatilla in that law. You have to follow the process. There is a process where before a U.S. State Secretary can ban any person, which of course is a right on the part of the sovereign state. It has to determine whether the information relative to a person being banned is credible or not. So may discretion given to the authority that will decide whether or not you'll be banned or hindi.
Regardless, sir, can she use this document in any court proceedings in Manila to prove that she is being publicly persecuted by this administration?
Well, she can always use anything she wants. It's for the court to decide whether that's relevant or acceptable as evidence.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, Tina. MPC,
But you must remember that it's always the court that will determine whether or not a person can be released, whether on bail or whether one can be released because he or she has been acquitted. It's all in the court.
Sir, naisip ko lang, if so, if ever lang Senator De Lima was released by through bail or by the court and she goes to the US, can she use this particular document for applying for political asylum?
Applying for a political asylum would depend on the country being applied to. Sila will be determined whether pwede o hindi.
thank you, Tina.